I got to start with the elephant in the room because, I mean, I saw all this news last week, and Al Gore says you're a climate change denier, and there's this big flap about you in the panel during the United Nations.
Let me just be as clear as I can. Do you accept the scientific consensus that the man-made burning of fossil fuels is rapidly and dangerously warming the planet?
I don't even know. I'm not a scientist, and that is not a question so Al Gore can put. I don't know why it stays on the stage. What we need to do is move forward with impactful projects.
Can you just sort of clarify that you are not a climate change denier?
Sure, I'm not. It's clear that greenhouse gas emissions from human activity are causing global warming. The World Bank is in the middle of many of the most important issues in climate change, and staff are working all over the World Bank. Massive effort, massive financing. The World Bank is the biggest worker on climate change now. That means more financing than other sources in the world. That also means more diagnostics, which are really important as people try to focus their priorities. We're pushing hard on reduction of greenhouse gas emissions. As you think about it, the impact, actually how people do that, is the biggest challenge in what a lot of people are trying to duck. They want, I really want to get us from the conference mode to the actual project mode and impact as far as reducing greenhouse gas emissions.
So, I mean, you and I have known each other for a long time, and the fact that you just said that is not in any way news to me. Were you just irritated on the day? I was just kind of wondering what was going on.
Yeah, I'm not into name calling. I'm not very good at that game. And, I was there to talk about impact on climate. And for whatever reason, that was the start of that event. So best is to move on and also not distract attention of the world from the actual task at hand. So that's where we are at the World Bank. We have this people working all over the bank really hard on fast deadlines. And so I want to keep that work going on.
So let's talk about projects. And this year, of course, we are seeing considerably higher carbon emissions than we saw last year. And a big piece of that is because of the massive disruptions that we've had from the Russian invasion into Ukraine. I am also seeing that banks are increasingly moving back into fossil fuels because they can get short-term returns and because a lot of countries just need energy desperately. How bad is that situation? How much of a reversion are we seeing, and how do we address it?
This is a real concern. It's happening right now. So more and more countries are reopening coal-fired power plants. Europe is scouring really the world for coal and for more natural gas. That has consequences because the natural gas is a critical input to fertilizer and to food. And so there's consequences and trade-offs being made really every day as they fill their winter storage with natural gas. I want people to look ahead to next year and the following year as well. There has to be a better way to have fertilizer production. One of the concerns is it looks as if Europe is moving away from producing fertilizer in Europe and instead buying it, which creates shortages elsewhere in the world. So these are very real topics and massive problems. But the immediate problem right now is shortage of natural gas means there's a shortage of fertilizer and a shortage of next year's crops.
Yeah, I mean, this year we have enough food, but it's not well distributed. Next year, we're looking at an actual food shortage. Give us your best sense right now, and I understand this is an imperfect science, of what kind of a shortfall you think we could be expecting in 2023 and what that will mean for global hunger compared to a typical year.
There are a lot of variables. One is some countries have massive storage. So if they decide to release or reduce somewhat their storage China and India are two, and the United States has storage. That will be enough to smooth or to help smooth conditions next year. So that's one variable. Another big variable is the weather in various parts of the world. South America's had a drought that reduced their production, and they're one of the swing producers in the world. And a big variable is the U.S. itself, because it's such a big, it's the world's biggest economy. So the actions taken in the U.S. to create either more energy or more foodstuffs are material in the world.